Hi dear friends, click on the like button and the subscribe button, hit the bell icon and don't forget to follow me on Instagram.
Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I am driving this. It's the Dodge Journey and straight away let's open the hood of this car. Here we go. No hydraulic struts. It gets a V6 engine which is extremely dirty, and look at this, remove for oil filter service. Quite big that thing, and yeah, nothing much to see in the engine. Okay. From the front it looks absolutely hideous. I mean, look at the design. I don't know why there's a cross going in front. This is the worst way of making a grille. And you can see the lights, halogen lights. Again, they've put it in 3 sections. I don't know, they want to make everything into sections. This grille is in section, the headlight is in section, this is for the towing hook, this is the fog lamp, and the overall design of this car isn't great. So Dodge badging over here, or rather the Dodge logo. Come to the side and it looks even more hideous. So these are the wheels on this car. It gets alloy wheels, and these are 225/65 17-inch rubber. Still feels very under-tired for this car, and the overall design is quite bland, unlike this Renegade, which also happens to be from the FCA group. So this is the rear end of the car, and yeah, it might remind you of the Force One. You get dual exhaust below. I don't know for what reason you get them. And from the side, the design, again, it's kind of a mixed bag. It doesn't look appealing at all. It's very neutral, and it's not a car which will attract any sort of attention. In fact, when I was speeding in this car, the cop did not even bother to look at me because the car is so hideous. Yeah, that's a joke. Okay, now let me open the boot. So this is a weird switch to open it, and you can see there's absolutely zero boot space. So basically my uncle rented this car so we could go on a journey. Unfortunately, that journey did not go down that well because this journey completely sucks, rather the car I'm talking about. And basically it's a 2017 user guide for the 2017 journey. I don't think this is a 2017 model, like I care. You can keep a lot of stuff here. So I went shopping, I kept few bags. Every time I opened the boot, everything used to fall off. Everything literally fell off. That's how small this boot is. And you know, if you want to use the boot, basically you need to put this down. It gets a 50-50 split over here, and that actually increases the boot space, but that's beyond the point. The only reason we took this journey is so that we could take a journey with 7 people on board. Unfortunately, things did not work out that well, which I'll tell you in a bit. This car is very dirty. It's actually a rental, and oh my god, it's so dirty. I had to take a shower with, you know, medical spirit to clean myself off. So door pockets are large enough to keep multiple bottles. In fact, the rental people have put in I think polish and stuff, beach defense, water plus sun protection, sunscreen, lotion they have put, because I guess when the journey breaks down you would need sunscreen when you're waiting for help on the road. So press this button and this flips. I don't know why this doesn't flip that way. It only flips so you can, you know, climb in from here and sit here, like a very uncomfortable place. So headrests are adjustable. Obviously window area is small over here. You get cubby holes. You can keep a half-a liter bottle over here, probably even a 1 liter bottle. Lot of dirt over here. There is absolutely no legroom in the rear seat, and when you sit properly in the rear seat, unlike how I am sitting, then your knee is definitely going to touch your chest. So that's going to be some ab workout for you. As you can see, these AC vents are absolutely shit, okay, because they don't work at all. And who makes such AC vents in a car? Like, proper AC vents are expected at this price point. But anyways, I'm digressing. This is a hook to secure your luggage. I don't know why this design element is over here. So as you can see, the third row is absolutely useless, which kind of questions my uncle's judgment. Why did he get a journey in the first place? Oh, I'm just kidding. He had no option. They just gave him a journey. His actually Corolla has gone for some maintenance work, so you know, they give you a supplementary vehicle so that you can move around, because over here in the United States, if you don't have a car, you just can't go anywhere. You can't like call a rickshaw or something like that, or a train or something, especially in this small town where I am right now, which is Shrewsbury. Okay, I'm sorry I dropped the key. Not that it matters, this car doesn't work that well either. So now when this seat is pushed all the way back, so there's some button over here which I should be able to find today or tomorrow. Every time I try to hunt for it, it vanishes. That's the vanishing act this button does. Okay, maybe this, yeah, this is the button to move it ahead and behind. Weird. So when it is all the way behind, there's absolutely no room at the rear. This is ahead, so you can see leg room isn't that great. Now it is good enough. Knee room is also good enough. Scooped out seat back, no magazine holder. Magazine holder is here. There's a hook to keep stuff and secure your luggage. There are 2 hooks over here. Now this is the most interesting hook in this car. You know why? Because when I put something here, it just came off in my hand. That's the build quality of Dodge. That's the build quality of American cars. And don't worry, I can secure that in so nobody will know this ever happened. Here we go. That's so easy. AC vent again doesn't really work that well. These are controls for the air conditioning in the second and third row of seats. Unfortunately, the air conditioning doesn't work that great, which is very disappointing for me. I was so hot yesterday. There's a 12-volt charging socket over here, and there is a center armrest which comes with the headrest down. This is particularly so dirty that looking at it, it makes me cringe. Ouch. Now let's get into the driver's seat of this car, which means I have to do a long walk to get all around this vehicle. So it gets keyless go, and you can see the door pockets are large enough to keep a lot of stuff over here. These are the controls for the power window, these are the controls for the mirrors, and it gets electric adjust for the driver's seat along with lumbar support as well. And there's a warning here saying that it has video display, navigation camera display, and HID headlamps. I don't think it has HID headlamps, but anyways, if they say so. So this is to open the hood. This is the foot brake or the hand brake or whatever you like to call it. Good amount of area below to move your feet and dance when you're bored of the car. This is for the headlight switch. This is to increase or decrease the intensity of the cluster. So let me turn on the car. This is the start stop button, and it starts by making some ting noise for no reason. It swipes all the way from the maximum RPM swipe as well as the speedometer swipe for absolutely no reason. There's a cubby hole over here, so you can keep the key probably here. And the size of the screen is so big, trust me, that I mean, Apple should learn from them that how to make a big screen. Look at the size of the screen. It's half a finger size, I guess. The glove box is very small. You can literally keep nothing other than these two papers which have been kept at the moment. And there's a nice big storage compartment over here. Unfortunately, the design of the dashboard is so poor, it's hidden over here. So if you want to keep something large enough which will fit, actually it won't go through this. Twin cup holders over here. There's an armrest below which you can keep stuff, again very dirty. There's a 12-volt charging socket over there. And yeah, I would not keep anything in this dirty compartment along with the tray as well. This is the gear lever, very simple as such, and overall it's a very simple car. There's not much inside. Doesn't get Bluetooth audio system, so I can't play any audio for you, or actually I can actually. Let's go for it. Okay, we are at full volume, nothing's playing. Get to radio. Oh, it's a touch screen. Yeah, it plays some gibberish crap because this audio system is not able to receive signals from a radio because it's very poor. The audio quality is also very pathetic. In fact, when Mangal was playing some Bollywood songs, I was like wondering, is it really Bollywood or is it from somewhere else? So over here, these are the controls for the cruise control, or rather the buttons for the cruise control. These are the buttons to go through that multi-information display. And let me get back. Okay, here it's saying vehicle speed, trip information, tire pressure monitoring system, vehicle information, messages, turn menu off, fuel economy, and let me get into vehicle speed. Okay, it's 0 miles per hour. Oh my god, I didn't realize that, just kidding. Then getting back, let's see what's the fuel economy like on this car. So it's saying 21.4 miles per gallon, which is no, it's actually, yeah, which is absolutely poor. Let's get back into the menu. This is not intuitive at all. I don't know how they made this thing. So let's get into the vehicle info, and it says oil pressure, all right, transmission temperature, engine hours, 92 hours of the engine, coolant temperature, oil temperature. Okay, we're back to square one. On the left we get a tachometer, below which we get an engine temperature meter. On the right we get a speedometer, below which we get a fuel meter. Yeah, what's so confusing about that? So there is no stock on the right, there's only one stock on the left. I don't know why Dodge likes to do that. And this is also the control for the indicator as well as the pass by switch. Now in order to use the windscreen wipers, I need to figure something out. Okay, that's the rear wiper which is working and spraying stuff. I think I need to push this. Here we go. Yes, actually the water spray is quite nice, but the wipers are making too much noise. Actually the wiper blade is broken on that side. So we get a sun visor over here without a light but a mirror, and same is the case over here. There are lights over here in the center, and this is not auto dimming, which is again sad. The design of the dashboard isn't that nice either, but there's a CD player over here. These are the controls for the air conditioning. Okay, yeah, multiple controls for the air conditioning. This is to turn off the traction control. Not that it's going to help because this car simply doesn't move. So the horn is actually decent enough, I would say. Overall, you can see this car isn't apt for the journey, but is it any better on the road? Well, let's find out. Alright, we are driving this car, which is the Dodge Journey. Weird name for a car, but yes, you can expect Dodge to come up with such names. So here we go. hard onto the throttle, and yes, it responds a bit. Yes, this motor does sound nice. It's actually a V6 motor, but the steering has absolutely zero feel and feedback. It feels so artificial and it just doesn't communicate anything at all, and the ride quality is also on the stiffer side. But other than this crappy steering on offer, the handling is pretty decent for a 7-seater SUV. And as I get onto the throttle, one thing is obvious, that this car's gearbox is the worst gearbox I have ever encountered in my life. It simply doesn't shift. So let's get into the manual mode right now, and it is a 6-speed gearbox. We are downshifting into second. There are no paddles, but there are buttons behind the steering wheel, which kind of confuse me that okay, can I shift a gear or something? But no, I cannot. These are actually, in typical FCA fashion, are for the audio controls and to change the track of the song. And here, going through a corner, there is so much roll on offer. The steering just doesn't communicate. Yeah, it just revs hard, but thankfully it does it in a good way. And let me upshift. So here we are into third gear. It did take its own sweet time to do so. Now we are into second. Yeah, it will upshift on its own, so there is no pure manual mode over here. And it redlines at 6,000 RPM. Hard onto the throttle, looking for a downshift. It does sound very coarse beyond 5,000 RPM, which is something which shouldn't happen in a family SUV, which is called as the Journey. The brakes are also very spongy on this car. There is obviously nosedive because this is a heavy car. It's very front end heavy somehow because of the heavy V6 engine. But overall, as a car, this doesn't have good dynamics. Yes, drive it sedately, it will reward you, and due to the V6 engine, which has decent amount of power as well, overtaking isn't an issue. It's only the gearbox which completely spoils the experience of driving this Dodge Journey. So as you can see, the Dodge Journey is everything other than what should be there in a Journey, and unfortunately, Dodge makes such cars, which makes me thank them for not being present in the Indian market. So guys, if you like this video, you know what you have to do. Give it the thumbs up, that's the like button, and also subscribe to the channel. Let me slow down a bit. Downshift, here we are into third gear, and here we go. Yeah, it's time to end. Bye bye.